Today, I'm opening the Perfect Order booster box. Hi everybody, my name's Brian. As you saw from the intro, we're opening the Perfect Order booster box today. Now, are we still hyped about this? Yeah? Yeah? Because I'm hyped about getting into it. So, if you would, please leave a like, please subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate you. I'm gonna get this bad boy open, and hopefully we get some good pulls. Hopefully 11072461 treats us well. All right, I've shimmied, I've piled, so that way it's a little bit more random. And let's go. Let us go. Crimson, or yeah, I keep on calling it Crimson. No, Chaos Rising pre-orders were today, and I guess fortunately I got a booster box. Unfortunately, Elite Trainer boxes were sold out, so rest in peace. Hopefully one of my friends got me, and or hopefully, oh, I love that Snorlax. Hopefully, once we get closer to release date, if I have to eBay it, it won't be terrible. And in my mind right now, I'm thinking, because I've already seen some of those prices, right? The order confirmed stuff. They're going for like $250, right? Which sucks, but also I'm like, well, you know, booster boxes, right? If you try to go out there and get them elsewhere, they're like $300 right now. So like bargain for an exclusive as we get a Yveltal. Someone said that I should space out my camera a little bit further so you could actually take a look at the card. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm experimenting with that, and let me know the feedback on that. There are certain things that I do that I'm like, no, I'm doing this because I want to do it this way. And then there's other stuff where I'm like, dude, if you got feedback and if it's plausible or whatever, then yeah, I'm gonna try to make it better. You know, we're all human. I'm not perfect. As we're hey, see what I did there? I'm not perfect while we're opening Perfect Order with a Meowth for another double. Wonderful Meowth. I guess Meowth is very, very playable, so I think another very playable card out of the set that everyone is trying to go for is the, what, Pokapad, I think, right? The Pokapad? Right, Pokapad, pretty sure Pokapad. I'm still wanting to get my Rosa, that's just me. Jacinthe would be awesome. Yeah, speaking of Rosa, the Binacle and Landorus. But yeah, that's what's been going on in Pokemon news. Also, thank you very much for turning up and checking out my stuff. Just thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Again, I appreciate all of the engagement and the support that I've had over the last couple videos. It's been very lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Cannot thank you enough. And if I keep on thanking you, please just know that you're thanked and appreciated. Skorupi! But thus far, 2 doubles and not a whole lot. Ascended Heroes booster bundles should be coming out fairly soon as we get a full art Tarragon for our trainer. What up, dude? Why didn't you get a special illustrator rare? Huh? Grandpa? Why didn't you get a special illustrator rare? You should have got a special illustrator rare. But lovely, lovely card. Well, that's one full art. Which, to be fair, all the cards that I guess anybody and everyone is kind of going for, they're secret rares, you know? So that really shouldn't kind of change how this box outcome, or yeah. You got where I was going with that sentence. As we get a Rowlet! Cute little Rowlet for our first illustrator rare of the box. Cute little Rowlet. And nothing. But yeah. No, just because we got the full art, that does not change the outcome of the box at the end. Secret rares are secret rares. We could get a gold card, could not get anything. And speaking of Jacinthe from earlier, that Binacle art is cool. I was just talking to one of my friends about that. Hey, Starmie, what up for our Ultra? But I was just talking to one of my friends about that, like actually just yesterday. I have a binder, and it's not like a top loader binder or anything like that. It's not an awesome binder. Or I say it's not an awesome binder. I think it's awesome because it has a lot of card arts from previous sets that I like. Whether like they're commons and uncommons, they're not huge banger cards, right? They're not your special illustrator rares. They're not alt arts. They're not anything like that. And I was talking to them and I was saying it's like I need to get back into doing that, right? And you'll hear me say it, or you have heard me say it if you are returning. If you're new, you'll hear me say it in future videos when it comes to cards. Is that there are certain cards that I will point out where I'm like this. That's a very, very adorable art, but you won't hear a whole lot of people ever talk about it because again, it's not the whatever big huge hit card that's 200 whatever plus dollars and stuff like that. And what's funny about that is that I actually got a comment here recently on one of my videos talking about the way that I reacted to some of the cards. And, like we could blame it on a lot of different things. I will always try to be as authentic to what we got going on as possible. If I'm hyped about something, I'm hyped about something. If I'm not hyped about something, you will definitely know. Obviously, there's some character to play in YouTube land that I try to do, I guess. It's a whatever version of myself, but again, I still try to have my own. Hey, there's our second full art. Is this a Meowth box? Are we gonna get the Meowth? That's not a bad one. That is not a bad one. I love the colors on it, and I like the coins. I love the coins in the background. Yeah. This is the Meowth box. I'm fine with that. That's cool. I think I do need regular, or like the full art Rosa, and I think I need the regular Jacinthe. So those are two of them that I could probably say it's like, man, I really wish it were those, but I'm fine with that Meowth. That Meowth is hype. I like the coins in the back. I've only seen like photos of it, and I never really noticed it until in person. So that's cool. I like that. But anyway, I think that that's just like the state of the hobby at the current moment in time, and that's also what my fear is about videos in general. Is like if I don't pull that big huge hype card, then I feel like that video is a flop and no one's gonna like me and no one's gonna like it, and I'm just gonna be stuck where I am. That's just I guess a rational fear, right? Is it irrational? Is it rational? I don't know. But either which way, that is this kind of stuff that goes through my head when I'm doing this, right? So again, I appreciate feedback. I appreciate honesty. I appreciate all those different things. And again, I just appreciate you. So Luxio! Still doing shiny hunting, still nothing, obviously. Like there hasn't been a video that come out. I'll still complain to myself about needing to do a Legends compilation, but I also feel like I haven't found enough shinies or the shiny that would get the the hype thing all over again. Stuff like that. But still shiny hunting while watching anime. Spritzy! Probopass. So yeah. So got to figure out what we're doing for the Chaos Rising because again, it refreshed on me. I got in like 30 minutes later than what everyone was talking about, and then it refreshed on me, so I wasn't able to get it. But I got the booster box. So, like no matter what, we're getting a booster box. But I don't know how Elite Trainer box stuff is gonna. Hey, Clefable! I haven't gotten you yet, but then again, I haven't opened a whole lot of the set. You are adorable. I like little stars. Little stars are cute. Yeah. Still looking for more Illustrator rares and possibly some other magic. Got the fire. Hippopotas. The Rowlet. I mean, we still got a lot to go. But I feel like thus far this box is treating us fairly well. Yeah, as we get a Lapras. Yeah, I'd say this box is treating us fairly well. Love that little Lapras. Love that little Lapras. And I caught myself. Lapras does have an Illustrator rare. Lapras does have an Illustrator rare. But what about the special Illustrator rare, right? Because there's some that will get the Illustrator rare and special Illustrator treatment. And then there's some that will not. And I don't know why. I just looked at the Clefairy again. I'm like, why are they trying to shove Clefairy down our necks? But hey, Clefairy's cute. I'm fine with that. You know, Clefable's in this set. We're fine. We're fine. But I was just like, well, the Lily's Clefairy. The Lily's Clefairy, you know, from Journey Together. And then we got another rendition of Lily's Clefairy and Ascended Heroes, which is cool. And then the Clefable, which I know, completely different than Clefairy, but you know, again, that Binacle, so cool. Hey, Drapion, what's up? Very, very threatening. I don't know. I was like trying to think of a worse other than fierce because I feel like I say that too much about cards and it's just like threatening. You're like, cool. Good luck with the codes, by the way, and no one ever says anything about what they get if they do redeem it. That is still a thing after, what, how many ever years? No, I think I got one time that someone's like, oh yeah, dude, thanks, I got this off of it. And I'm like, sweet. That was it. Skarmory for an Ultra. Yeah, this, I mean, that's one thing about this box. I mean, it's treating us well. Treating us well. There's like, you know, there's one card in here that ooh, if I got it, you would hear me yell. But it's okay if we don't. It's okay. Thankfully, that card is come down in price, and if I really want it all that badly, I will go buy it or trade for it or do something along those lines for it. And then what we got the Chaos Rising, and I think Ruby Sapphire set is after that. And what I don't think we're getting a premium collection for Ascended, thankfully, because geez, my wallet. But you know, I say that, but you know, here in a couple weeks, they could be like, oh well, introducing the super premium duper bubba the premium collection. You get this, that, and this with it, and you know, everyone would be like, oh my god, and hyped, and we'd all flock to it. You know, that stuff. That stuff. So I'm not gonna act like I'm too proud or whatever. You know, if they did announce it, because I'd do the same thing. Be like, where? Take my money. Shut up. That is what I would do. Exactly what I would do. That's why I'm disappointed about today. I was literally on Pokemon Center, right? Literally at whatever time, and I refreshed and there was nothing, and then lo and behold, a couple hours later, and then I miss out on the exclusive. But I am happy. Again, I am happy. I got a booster box at MSRP, or I should say, I do have a booster box, but we have a booster box at MSRP, so I can open it. And yeah, but that won't be until like May. This will come out here soon-ish, and then I have to wait for Ascended bundles to come in, and then there'll be another video, you know? That is one thing that I am liking right now about the release. Isn't necessarily the amount of money thing that's going into it, but like the scheduling has actually worked out for what I've wanted to do with cards anyway. I don't want to give you too much, but I don't want to give you not enough, if that makes sense. I like to... How do we... Skarmory! I need to go through that again. It's like, well, how many ultras do they even have in this? Because if they don't have a whole lot, then okay, take back the head rub and all that other good stuff. But if it's like still abundant, and it's like, dude, how do we have a double in a box? Tyrantrum! Ooh, Raticate. Kind of remind me of Destined Rivals, but Raticate. And I think we're done with illustrators. Maybe. I think we're done with illustrators. If not, then we have one more in the box. We have one more. I stopped counting double rares and ultra rares and how many of those are in the box a long time ago, because those can change, right? Ghastly, Superior, as I still talk about trying to map out boxes and stuff like that. I do not miss Sun and Moon boxes. I do not miss those one bit. Sword and Shield boxes were pretty cool. You know, Scarlet and Violet boxes have been pretty decent. And then I still consider Mega Evolution part of the Scarlet and Violet block. Shoot me, whatever. I know it's its own little thing, but again, new generation hasn't come out yet. I'm gonna die on that hill. You know, we're not in Gen 10 yet, so still Scarlet and Violet block. Even though you guys, you know, want to make another little subset of Mega Evolution. It's all right. It's all right. Still here. Still enjoying the cardboard. It's all right. Jacinthe. Stick. Jaw Fossil. Final B. Rocky Energy. I've actually had a lot to talk about in this video. Holy crap. Either that or, you know, I had a lot to ramble about. That's what it is. I didn't talk about a whole lot of anything. I just rambled. Binacle! Fletchender. The Galette. Barbacle. Naveen. The Catcher. And Gengar. But see, this is the reason why I shuffle stuff up, right? You never know when stuff's gonna hit. Sometimes I get so tired of the monotonous, like, all right, we're gonna go down this row, we're gonna go down that row, and then yeah. And then like doing the back and forth thing sometimes gonna get confusing too, so let's make this all into a pile and just pick packs out, right? Just get into a pile and pick packs out as we get an Ultra Mega Skarmory. Yeah. I do like that. I do like that. So as we were saying, it's the Meowth boxes. I guess it's a Meowth Skarmory box. Although, kind of disappointed that we didn't get the Patrick Starmie. That would have been kind of cool. I would have laughed at that. But there's still a couple packs here. I didn't think that we were going to get another quote-unquote full art, but we did. So, Dugong! The Digging Shovel and Telepathic Energy. Oh, we're down. We're down to 2 packs now. Come on, what we got here? What we got here? Is it going to be last pack last pack magic? Yeah, last pack energy. I mean, I guess that also makes sense. But yeah, last pack magic, or is this the pack? Or are we out? The Frofro. Dartrix. Salazzle. A double rare wanted to pop its set out right before the end of the box. So what, we're out, right? We're out. Right, there's nothing else that could happen in this box. I mean, I think the only thing else that could happen here is if, in fact, we get a secret rare. And I'm sorry, I just don't feel it in my bones. I just don't feel it in my bones. Hippowdon, the Judge. And we'll be able to tell in one moment. So we got a Pavilion. Crap apples, but holy. All right, we did last pack magic for a special illustrator rare Mega Clefable and a Dugong. So how about that? I didn't feel it in my bones. I didn't. But we got ourselves a secret rare box. On last pack magic at that. Huh. 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 What a way to end us off. Yeah, that box treated us very, very well. I am very happy and very surprised about that. I didn't expect that whatsoever. But anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Good luck with all your hunts. Good luck with all your adventures. Anything that you do. Just please be safe. Please treat others the way that you want to be treated. Go check out some of my other videos. Please, go check out some of my other videos. And I will see you in the next one. But until then, later, everybody.